Ah, the sound of yard work. In today's video, I'm going to be putting out everything that you could possibly want to put out on a summer lawn. Why am I doing that? I'm going to put it all out today just to show you guys your different options, but I don't want to have to do any more treatments for 6 weeks. In a couple of weeks, we're getting ready to head back down to the beach house, and so I'll be gone for another month. I'm not going to put anything else on my lawn for 6 weeks, and my son and Jess will be taking care of it. So that's what we're going to do in today's video. I'm going to put it all out, we're going to cut it, so hold on. Are you watching the birdies? Are you watching the birdie? You're looking for chipmunks. That's what you're doing. So yesterday I shot a video you'll never see. Dude, I kind of took the day off yesterday and just hung out in the garden and was applying some the mycorrhizal fungus spray and working with dirt booster compost. And I watched the video. I was like, dude, I look like I was high or something in that video. It was just like, dude. Anyways, what are we doing today? Today, now we've done a scalp out here, a summer scalp, and we've done a core aeration. We've dropped down the height. I'll talk a little bit about why you might want to drop down height, when you want to do that. Core aeration and the drop down is a perfect time to do that. But today, we've got to make the decision of what are we going to put down on the lawn now. So I might put down a little bit more than the average person, but I just want to show you what you can put down this time of year. I think that's pretty important. Now also, yesterday I posted a video on the Green Shocker, the new Green Shocker fertilizer product that will be available soon for you guys. And I explained how it's an all fast release. I put some down on the green. I'm going to walk over, show you the green in a minute. I'm probably going to spike aerate the green. But I also have some testing strips that I want to talk to you about real quick, and 2 different application methods. Just doing this testing and watching how the stimulated response occurs over time. Hold on. Okay. Ooh. So we finally had a small little cell thunderstorm come by, and what I want to show you is in this heavy rain, we just put down all these treatments. I'm going to show you the benefit of core aerating here in a second. Man, now it's coming down. So we just had a nice little rain thunderstorm. We got 1 inch of rain in only 30 minutes. Pretty heavy. I want to show you something really cool right here. See that hole? See how it's filled up with water? Look at this, watch. That's 3 inches of water right there. See that? That is so cool right there. Look. So cool. Those little holes, that's hundreds and hundreds of gallons that are out on my lawn being held versus being run off. So what are some of the things that we can be doing to the lawn right now? Some of the things that we can be doing to the lawn are things that don't create a stimulated response but are more focused on the soil. You can do that anytime. Humichar. The reason why we designed Humichar without any nutrients is so you could put it down with any impact on your lawn. Make sense? It has 50% biochar and 50% humic acid. You can throw it down every single week. It doesn't matter, any time of year. You're just loading the lawn with carbon. So we'll probably put down some Humichar. The dirt booster and microbial spray. You can put down all summer long. You can put down the dirt booster and do the microbial spray anytime you want. Now what I'll probably do is I'll probably mix up, the way I apply it on my lawn is I mix up a mild super juice with the microbial booster and I spray it all over the lawn. Again, the mycorrhizal fungi along with microbes, but the mycorrhizal fungi really helps your root system and creates that living soil. This is what you get when you create a living soil. You create healthy plants. Well, your lawn is a plant. Your lawn is a crop. Treat it the same way. Warm season guys, you guys can be putting out light coats of PGF Complete, either a 7:1:2 ratio, or if you have high phosphorus, you can do the 16:08, and you can do that light coats of that all summer long. It's very mild, it's very slow, it's slow release, so you can put that out all the time. The new product, obviously it's not out yet, it won't be available, the Green Shocker, but that's a good window. Even cool season guys, you cool season guys can use this Green Shocker product. Like I said in the video, you look at your forecast, and the 10-day forecast says your temperatures are going to drop and you've got some rain moving in. Well, guess what? You can throw down a light coat of dirt of the Green Shocker because it's very mild and it's a short term. It's not a long-term release fertilizer. So today we've done a scalp, we've done a core aeration. I've brought this lawn back into height. We're going to reset the reel mowers. I'm going to set the reel mower height just above where the lawn is now, and we're going to start cutting again and cutting again. Oh, we got trees being cut down in the background today. Thank God they're not right next door. Let me just go over some of the things that you can do in the summertime. That if you have a warm season grass, this is some of the stuff you can do. But I'm going to do it all in one day to show you. Priority number one is probably going to be, this is PGF Complete. So this is the 16:4:8. I'm going to put down a light coat of this. It's slow release fertilizer. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put out Humichar. And Humichar, of course, you can put down anytime and any amount. It's just biochar and humic acid, improving the soil. Next is the Dirt Booster. Dirt Booster, again, it's just 100% organic material with Humichar mixed into it, and it has the microbe and fungus packs right inside of it. Now, what I like to do, I like to use, if I'm putting it on my lawn, I like to use 2 packs per one of these. I just like to boost it up a little bit. And what I do is I'll take probably just, 3 or 4 cups of super juice, put it in here, and then mix it in with the microbial, put it in the spray bottles and spray. One of the mistakes that a lot of people make is after they do a scalp, like a summer scalp, they let their lawn come back up tall, and what you want to do is after you scalp is drop it down and just keep cutting short, just to keep it short. So I guess I'll have him put down PGF Complete first, then put down Humichar, then put down Dirt Booster, and then we'll spray with the super juice and the microbe pack. Here is the PGF Complete. Now, if you're wondering, there's 3 types of nitrogen in here. Some of it is water soluble, quick release, but see, like these blue, this is methylene urea. These blue particles are actually a kind of a plastic, and they degrade slowly. That's a really expensive type of nitrogen right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this cutting height down. Right now I am just above 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to drop it down just a tiny bit. Now I'm using the GK series. And this is actually a GK7 blade, which is unusual. These are the bolts. So my roller needs to come up. So my roller is attached to this unit here. So this needs to come up. So, half plus a 16th there. So that looks pretty good. One of the mistakes people make after they do a scalp or a drop down is they wait too long. They let their grass get too tall. And what I told Ryan is, after you do this, so if we cut it down to just below 1/2 inch, I'm going to set my mower back up to just over 1/2 inch, like a 16th over 1/2 inch. And we're just going to keep cutting cutting and cutting and cutting. The brown will fill in, the green will stay at the right height. It'll take about 7 to 10 days for this to look halfway decent again. But the one thing you don't want to do is you're sort of retraining your lawn at this point. This is my cut path here. And then that's the uncut. I'm really not taking much off. Every so often I'm just taking a little bit of this green off, but that's what I want. I want to have this whole thing constantly this height, which is really short. Here's an independent assessment. I want you to go look and tell me if you see a line forming over on barbs.
I mean, I can see it from here already.
What'd you say?
I can see it from here.
Okay, so he can see it from here. So what we've got, this is like exactly at 48 hours, there's a dark green line forming from that flag to that tree. And that's what we found last time when we used the green chalker. We had that one spot over there that one spot was so thick, dark, and green, it was incredible. Now it was at a heavier rate, but this, you can right now you can see that dark green line. Now, what's funny is I really can't see that same sort of line over on the test patch because that's common Bermuda and it's a lot thicker. It'll probably take another day before it shows up. So I increased my hole size just a tiny bit, and that'll be for the humichar and for the dirt booster. So you have this stop knob here. I put in a secondary stop because a lot of times when you open and close this thing might move. So we put in a double right here, just a little tip. Here's the humichar. Again, there's no nutrients. This is just to improve the soil. So we're gonna put that down in the whole yard. Then next, we'll put down dirt booster and then I'll mix up the spray. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go start cutting the back while he's putting out all this stuff. One of the nice things about a reel mower is while he's putting this stuff out, I'm cutting it with a reel mower because I'm not moving the product. That's one of the benefits. If you have a rotary or a riding lawnmower, matter of fact, you can hear Bill cutting in the background. He always asks me, I saw you putting down some product on my yard. Can I cut? Because he knows that it will move the product. So just a little heads up. Okay, so now we're gonna do a bag of, we're gonna start putting out dirt booster. So here is the dirt booster. Now the dirt booster has humichar in it. So if you want to skip your humichar treatment, you can and just put out dirt booster. But this is a corn distillate concentrate, dry molasses particles, and humichar. Dirt booster comes with the microbial pack. And I actually like to use 2 of those little packs for every bag, so I buy extra. Now this is both fungus and microbe spores. 2 or 3 cups of super juice. I'm adding a super juice because it has extra iron. It has 4% iron and it has sea kelp along with the humic acid. A little bit of nutrients, but oops. 1, 2, 3, that's about enough there. In the old days, you used to have to strain this. I found with this new formulation, I don't have to strain it because I'm using this tea pitcher. If there's any particles in it, it just goes to the bottom. I'll put it inside the bottles and I'll spray it. No. Can you see me? Doc, you're a little dark today. So, I've learned, this is a great time to spray this, by the way. I think we're going to get a late afternoon rain shower. It's hot, it's humid, great time to grow good fungus. So you can see I've got 2 bottles out here. Most of these bottles will cover about 2,500 square feet. So I've just positioned my bottles where I know I'm going to have to change them, and then I go spray. Last step is I'll just come out and run my irrigation, and I'll just put all this in, and I'll probably even, if I don't get rain tonight, I'll actually water it again tonight too, early evening. So it's the next morning. We put down all those treatments, we cut the lawn, I ran the irrigation system, and then we had a rain. Now that's a good trick. Run your irrigation system after you put this down, even if you have a rain coming in, because you'll start that infiltration process of the treatments. And then when it rains, the first thing that goes into the soil, anything you put on. Once your soil reaches a saturation point and you start to get runoff, so it's really good, as soon as you put stuff down like this, run your irrigation system. Here is the patchy looking result. Ugly, right? So probably in about 6 or 7 days, I'll start to have a solid green, and we'll just keep cutting. We're cutting just right at 1/2 inch right now. And just a quick note, one of the test strips, let me show you one of the test strips of this new green shocker. You can kind of see a result. We put down a light strip over here on barbs, and you can see, I think you can sort of see, it's kind of hard in the morning, but you can sort of see where that flag is right there. There's a green, there's starting to form a stripe up to that tree. It's starting to darken up. So that's after 3 days, and after about 5 days you'll start to see a growth surge and really dark right there. It's pretty cool. What we're doing this time of year is we're working on plant health. We're working on soil health, and that's what I'm focused on right now. A little bit of fertilizer, but really focused on the soil health. Getting a soil test, looking at your pH, looking at imbalances, putting down organic matter, putting down carbon. Those kind of things have just really transformed this lawn. Let me run over real quick. Last thing, I'll show you the green and I'll show you the garden. You can see a nice green haze all over, but I really need to get over here and do a little bit of a spike aeration on that. I've said this over and over. By this time last year or in the past 2 years, we've lost all of our tomato plants because of fungus. There's just nothing we can do. It's hot, humid. This year, we have almost no fungus. Now, we aren't using any fertilizers on the vegetable gardens. We're using dirt booster compost, and then using some of the microbial booster spray. But you can see just how amazing these things are here. Now those are 8-foot wooden stakes, and they're getting close to getting up there. We're doing a multiculture, so this is growing in my vegetable garden. Loads of tomatoes, just absolute loads of them. Tons of flowers, tons of tomatoes. So I'm standing here next to my tomato plants, and they're up this tall now with no fertilizers. Again, just using dirt booster compost piles. And I'm pulling roughly, I can come out here almost every day and pull anywhere from 5 to 12 pounds of tomatoes out of here. It's crazy. So anyways, hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.